So the name of my talk is I, Me, Mine, and Social Media. After the inauguration on Monday, I decided to begin an experiment by signing off of Facebook to see if it made a difference in my well-being. I haven't deleted my account yet, but I can no longer access it easily without signing in again. I originally used Facebook to keep in touch with family and close friends, especially my mom in Pittsburgh, my sister in New Zealand, my son in Colorado. Mark Zuckerberg has stopped fact-checking. He's giving permission for people to post false, divisive speech. His company sells users information on our interests and social connections to advertisers and political influencers. Zuckerberg was one of the billionaires who donated to Trump's campaign and was invited with other oligarchs to the inauguration. What Facebook knows about me. Facebook knows that I like the Beatles, Joni Mitchell, and Bob Dylan. It knows what products I buy, most recently organic cotton. It knows information about my health issues and support groups that I belong to. It knows many of my friends. It knows that I read Heather Cox Richardson's blog and that I'm a Democrat and that I like poetry and art. I get a ton of personalized ads and content that I don't want and didn't ask for. I would say about 95% of the feed is unsolicited, and only around 5% are messages from my personal friends and family. I, me, mine. Our identities are tied up in our interests, our opinions, our views, our social connections, our memories. Facebook has a collection of photos, messages, and comments from people I care about, some going back many years. During this experiment of leaving Facebook, there are many things that I will miss. No more updates and photos from my siblings and friends of their kids and new grandkids or their travels. No more videos of my son's latest musical adventures and projects. No more displays of artwork by friends. I will no longer be able to share recipes with my reflux support group and can no longer post photos and receive comments from friends and won't be able to comment on their posts. I can't even share upcoming musical events that I'm involved in. Now that I have been off of Facebook for 4 days, I observe that my identity has often been tied into getting feedback or likes or comments from people I care about. This shows me that connection is important to me. Some people are acquaintances or friends from former periods of my life, like college, that I wouldn't necessarily call on the phone or email, but I enjoy reading about what they're up to and commenting or liking their posts. On the other hand, when I really look at my Facebook identity, the me that was created on Facebook, then consists of my interests, my photos, my comments, my reactions, is so very limited. Looking at the photos and stories that people post, we don't see the whole picture, but only a curated and constricted view. In reflective meditation, our sense of self is always shifting and changing. There is no isolated, enduring self, independent from internal and external causes and conditions. There is wisdom in not clinging to a view of a past self that has already changed or is fluid and in process. As Linda said recently, our view of self is best held provisionally. We can still find traces and memories of the people and places and events that formed us, Past experiences and relationships can inform how we perceive and interact in the world now. But we can start to become aware of them, to question lifelong beliefs, and to find holes in the story of who I am. Linda and Nelly spoke about skillful opposition and skillful speech, about going against the stream and not normalizing harmful trends, about considering how we want to stand up. The stories that we tell influence our self-views and our self-image. I'm not telling anyone else what they should do. Each person has the opportunity to observe their own interaction with social media and whether it serves them. I have been asking myself these questions. In what ways has engaging with social media been beneficial? And in what ways has it been harmful? Does it foster greed, anger, or delusion? In Buddhist philosophy, right speech or skillful speech or appropriate speech includes abstaining from lying, divisive speech, angry and abusive speech. It should be true, beneficial, and timely, with consideration to the appropriate place and time, and communicated in a way that is respectful and kind. It'll be interesting to observe what I learned during this breakup from Facebook. I will sit with the habitual urge to click on several times a day to see what's going on with my friends. I will have to notice uncomfortable states like anxiety, boredom, loneliness, a tendency towards procrastination without immediately distracting myself. I will have the opportunity to observe the identity that I have created and how it changes with different causes and conditions. I will leave you with a prompt that you can consider or discard during your meditation. In what ways has social media been beneficial in your life? And in what ways has it been harmful? How do you identify with your online presence? Is it possible to find a more balanced middle way when interacting with social media? So we will take 30 minutes to meditate. And instead of ringing a bell, I will just let you know when we're starting and stopping. And